students. Now we will discuss here about the torque on a rectangular coil placed in a magnetic field. Now to find out the torque on this rectangular coil, we have to consider rectangular coil ABCD. It is placed in a uniform magnetic field B. Means magnetic field B, it is the plane of the coil. So we have to consider here that L be the length of the rectangular coil, B the breadth of the coil, and current I is flowing in that rectangular coil in anti-clockwise direction. So how much force is acting on each arm? We have to find out first of all. So we have to consider here that F1 force is acting on the arm AD, F2 force is acting on the arm BC, similarly F3 on the arm AB, and F4 force acting on the arm CD. So these are the considered values. Now we have to find out how much force is acting on the arm AD. Now we have to consider here the current element. Now this vector denotes the current element, and the length of the arm is AD. Current is flowing in that arm is equal to I. So I into AD, that is equal to the current element, and multiplied by equal to the B vector, that is B equal to the magnetic field. So IDA cross B, that is the force acting on the arm AD in the upward direction according to the right hand thumb rule, and this AD equal to the breadth of the rectangular coil B. So replace AD by B. So in magnitude we can write IB sine 90 plus theta. How much force is, how much angle is there in between the current element? This is the current element, and angle in between this to this dotted line, that is equal to the normal drawn at this point, that is 90 degree, and next one is angle in between this vector B and normal, that is equal to theta. The total is 90 degree plus theta, and sin 90 plus theta equal to cos theta. So F1 equal to IB cos theta. Similarly, we can find out the force acting on the arm BC, and in the arm BC the angle between the current element, that is BC, this is the current element BC, and the angle between the magnetic field B, that is equal to 90 minus theta, since the total angle that is from normal drawn here on the BC, that is equal to 90 degree, and 90, and this angle between B and N equal to theta. So when we subtract it, we can find out this remaining angle, that is 90 minus theta. So similarly, the force on the arm BC equal to F2 vector equal to IB BC, that is current element vector cross B. So again BC equal to the B breadth, so IBB sin 90 minus theta in magnitude. Sin 90 minus theta, again we can write the cos theta. So F2 we equal to IBB cos theta, we can write in magnitude. So that is F2 equal to IBB cos theta, equation number 2. Now the force, this force is acting in the downward direction according to the right hand rule. One is acting upward, next is acting downward direction, and magnitude of these two forces from equation number 1 and equation number 2 are equal to each other. Therefore the contribution of these two forces will be 0. So there is no any contribution of these two forces because these are acting perpendicular on the arm this and acting outward to each other. So these are acting opposite to each other similarly. So force, the contribution of force will be equal to 0. Now we have to find out the force acting on the arm AB. Now force on arm AB, that is equal to, we have to consider a force F3 acting perpendicular to the plane of the paper in the outward direction. So and the magnetic field will be plane of the paper, so it is the direction of the magnetic field. So the angle in between them equal to 90 degree. So F3 will be equal to, F3 vector equal to current element, that is IAB current element cross B magnetic field, and in magnitude we can write that is IAB. AB means length of the arm, that is ILB sin 90. So sin 90 equal to 1. So that is equation number 3. Similarly, we can find out the force acting on the arm CD. So force acting on arm CD. In the same pattern, we can find out, let it is equal to force F4. So F4 vector will be equal to I CD vector. So it is a current element and cross product with the magnetic field B. So this is the direction of the magnetic field. Again, it is acting perpendicular plane of the paper, but inward direction. So again, the angle in between them equal to 90 degrees. Similarly here equal to 90 degree. So in magnitude, the force F4 will be equal to ILB sin theta. Sin theta equal to 90. So we can write ILB. It is the equation number 4. But these two forces are acting on these two parallel arms of the rectangular coil, equal and opposite direction. So they are having some perpendicular distance between them. So we can explain the torque acting on the rectangular coil on these two arms. So the torque can be acting by these two forces, F1 and F4. So for the F3 and F4, we can draw another diagram. So let it is the arm that is equal to AD arm, the upper arm AD, and this is the normal drawn on that arm, that is AD arm, that is AD arm suppose, and the length breadth of this arm say is equal to B, that is B, you can take another B, and the force acting on the arm AB, that is equal to perpendicular plane of paper denoted by like this, it is force F3, and this F force is represented like this, perpendicular to the plane of the paper, that is force F4. So these forces are perpendicular. If we increase these values and connect it like this, we will get a triangle. The name of triangle say it is equal to AD, suppose K for example. So it is equal to B and it is normal drawn here, and direction of the magnetic field is like this, that is B. The angle between them say equal to theta. So in that triangle, this angle will be equal to theta, or in terms of that breadth B, we can find out that perpendicular distance KD. So perpendicular distance KD can be find out, that is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, KD upon that AD equal to sine theta. So KD equal to AD sine theta. AD means B, that is equal to B sine theta. This is the perpendicular distance between these two forces. So we can find out that how much torque is acting. So torque is denoted by tau. So tau equal to that is the general formula is either force multiplied by the perpendicular distance between the forces, So either force is taken from F3 or F4, the magnitude is equal to each other, that is ILB. So we have to put here ILB, and perpendicular distance is, that is KD, that is equal to B sine theta. So the total value is, the torque will be equal to ILB, or that B written just near to this L, and that is equal to B and sine theta. And the meaning of this, L into B, that is length into breadth, that will be equal to the area of the rectangular coil. A is equal to L into B. So we have to replace here the area, IAB sine theta equal to tau. So that is IAB sine theta. So then we can change the value I into A. We know that I into A, it is always equal to magnetic moment. M is equal to I into A. So if you replace I into A by M, so tau will be equal to, so that is tau equal to I into A equal to M B sine theta, or in vector notation it can be written as tau vector equal to M cross B vector. So this is the torque acting on the rectangular coil when the rectangular coil is suspended in the magnetic field. So it is important article, and that will be used in the next article to solve the torque acting on the rectangular coil in the moving coil galvanometer. So it is very important. Okay, thank you very much.